Okay, now the computation is finished. We can see the green dot next to the 3 codes, and this means that the computation or the execution of those 3 codes was successful. We can also see in the SMITER log the status passed, which means that everything was fine. And we can now move to the post-processing module called ParaView. We can click here on this icon, and we are in the ParaView module. The result stored as VTK file is already displayed in the pipeline browser in the ParaView. If we want to show it, we can just click on this eye icon, and this is the result. You can position it properly with those commands up here, left, right, okay. It's around. So if we right click on the pipeline browser, we can type display. You can expand this window a little bit. Okay. And here we can select the scale. For example, if we just want to see the wetted area, we would do something like 1. And then the wetted area is shown as red. These are all the values of power deposition that are bigger than 1. And blue area is where there was no power deposition. We can move back to the maximum value by rescale to data range. We're back. So now we are seeing the power deposition, but we can also see the angles. So these are the angles. On the left side of the left sub panel and right sub panel, we can see that the degrees are near 90 degrees. They are around 85 degrees. And on the right side, the value of angles is around 0. It's between 0 and 5. We can also display psi values. If you want a number presentation of the data, you can click here on split horizontal. Then select spreadsheet view. And here we have selected our VTK file, and here we have the values first for cell data. So power deposition and angles and psi values are applied to the cell data or triangles. But if we want to see the points, we can move to the point data, and here basically all the points. So let's go back to cell data. You can click on toggle cell connectivity visibility, and we can see the indices of the points that belong to an individual triangle. And if we want to see the maximum value of Q, we can just click on Q, and we see that the maximum value is around 2.206 megawatts. If we now want to store this data as a CSV file, we can click on Export Spreadsheet. And here we can navigate to the desired folder, and then we type the name of the file, and then we can store it. We can also apply programmable filter to our VTK file. First, I will close this numerical display, and here we can select the mesh and then navigate to filters, recent, or we search and we type programmable filter, select it. So the programmable filter is empty at this moment, but here we can click on properties, and here we can enter the Python code. We can close this SMITER log. For example, we can compute the absolute power that is deposited on the whole VTK file on every triangle. If we want to do this, we can go to help and then SMITER module. Here we can navigate in the documentation to the chapter where programmable filter is presented. This is chapter 3, how-tos, and then we can click on point 9, writing filters in Paravis. So here are the exact instructions on how to use this programmable filter. So I will just copy this code, which basically calculates the absolute power on the whole VTK file. So in the beginning, I get the input from the VTK file that this programmable filter is applied to, and then I iterate through all the cells, and I get the power deposition for every triangle, and then basically I sum it. And in the end, we store the value in the VTK array, and we can see the result. So we click apply. And we can move again to the spreadsheet view. So again, we click on split horizontal, spreadsheet view. And here's an example of the whole power deposited onto programmable filter. So this is the value for sum of all power deposition that is deposited on every triangle. Some other features of ParaView are the background color. We can define this in properties. So now we have single color, which is gray. Maybe we prefer the yellow one. We can also now modify the color of the scale. So we will set this to black. Okay. Now we move to File and Preferences, to Paravis and Paravis Settings, Render View, Color Arrays, Color Palette, Text, Black. Apply. Sorry. Apply. Okay. No. Okay. Here we can also define another color map. For example, black body radiation maybe shows things more accurately. So we can now navigate to closer and we can see individual triangles. And this is the way to visually see the results in ParaView.